Okay, so on to the next track in Sammy's Rockstar Roundup series. This one over here is Disturb the Night. So far, we've done 6, and they've all been absolutely epic. So we're literally on a straight-up trajectory over here. For those of you who are only joining now, go back to the beginning, and you can sort of follow the progression of this series. It's actually very, very, very cool. So yeah, Disturb the Night. Never heard of this one. Obviously, we have reacted to Disturb before. But let's see what we've got over here. For those of you who are interested in the custom series product, I'm leaving the link down in the pinned comment. You can click on that and take a look for yourself. Let's rock and roll. Let's see what we got. Let's go. Uh-oh. Another day has been devoured and it's calling me away, and the question is why. Okay, so this is all about introspection. The night, if you actually think about that line, okay, and I've got something in my head, but I'll chat about it now. Calling me away, begging a question why, for saving me from all they've taken. There, that's where my whole theory comes in with regards to the night, and I think I'm right over here. So it's basically sort of facing yourself, but I think he's giving the night a kind of like a living property to a certain degree, right? Where he's staring straight into the night, which means he's kind of staring straight into himself at the end of the day. So he's in this darkness, and it's usually at night is when you sort of introspect, with everything quietens down, where there are no distractions, in when you really start to sort of think about yourself. So it's almost like he's staring into the night, whereby it's staring straight back at him, sort of giving it its own living property. But it's kind of like staring into the mirror and sort of realizing, wait a second, right? I'm face to face with my demons over here, right? What do I do from here, essentially? The night is where he sort of looks deep into his soul and really digs deep and introspects. That's what I feel so far. See, this is literally, he's basically clarifying what I have just said. So redemption is calling me away. What did he say there? So wait a second. This self-discovery, redemption taking over my mind. Yeah, self-discovering, redemption taking over my mind. Okay, literally slap bang, nail of the head. Head of the nail. Straight on. Serenade of haunting voices calling me away. The peace of my lost soul, my felicity. Dark maiden digging under my hair, lead me away from hibernation, strong and unafraid. Never a question why, for saving me from all they've taken. Letting my armor fall again, giving me the strength to face them. actually, it's crazy that I'm saying this. I like the chaoticness of the actual instrumentation because it actually does play into the song pretty well. Because if you do think about your life and when things are really going hectic and you really need to sort of introspect, that's actually a very, very terrifying thing. The most terrifying thing you will do in your life is actually face yourself and face your own demons, right? When you actually sit on that bed at night and actually look at yourself for who you really are, right? And maybe you're not the person that you sort of play up to be, and maybe you're not the person that you push to other people. And maybe, you know, this image that you're pushing out is that fake image, like what lies behind that. When you sort of really look into that, that can be something that's earth-shattering for someone. Do you know what I mean? And the instrumentation plays to that, right? It makes you feel somewhat uncomfortable, which I like. It's crazy that I'm saying this, that I'm actually, this usually would be too heavy for me, but it's suiting the song really well. I'm liking an electric guitar. Look, I'm really, like, I don't mind this track, which is crazy, actually. Maybe something that I need to sort of ponder over. But I think that I know that you're being very selective in terms of, Sammy, you being very selective in terms of what you're giving me, so that I know you're not giving me, because I know this shit can get heavier. I know for a fact that this can get heavier, right? And I feel like this is not yet on the borderline of where it becomes intolerable for me. I think it's actually below that for some odd reason. And I think you sneakily trying to get me to that borderline and then sort of tip me over the edge. I feel like that's what we're doing in all of these series, right? Because I don't mind this. I must be honest, I don't mind this. And usually this would be, if I had to think about how I would sort of react to this before, like 2-3 years ago, I'd be like, no, well, I can't do this. It's just too much, right? But hey, let's things changed. I told you, I guess you don't ever really know who you are, man. Let's go. Also like the drumming on this. I like that he's saying give in to the night, because that is where you're going to find the absolute truth and reality of your existence. Is like give in to the night, like literally. When you look in the darkness, that's where you're going to find all your skeletons, and that is what you have to deal with, right? Because sometimes we're overly distracted with when the sun comes out. I mean, everything's okay. It's almost like we get deluded to a certain extent. But it's usually when you're by yourself in this dark space, in the darkness, just pondering about yourself, that's when those skeletons start to creep in, and that's when those demons start to talk to you. And that's what you need to do. And that's kind of like he's saying, give in to the night in the sense of like, deal with it, right? Let that take over you so that you can deal with what it is. It's not going to kill you, right? It's not going to kill you. But it might terrify you, but the things that terrify you are the very things that you need to deal with. That's what I like about it. Hey, I didn't mind that at all, actually. Crazy. When I saw Disturbed, I'm like, maybe this is going to be heavy. But this track, I didn't mind it. I didn't mind this track at all. I actually really liked the instrumentation. I liked the different inflections in the vocals. I liked the texture of his voice as well. I really do like Disturbed's voice. And then it did have like a melodic sense to it, right? Where it did go up and down, It wasn't so heavy. It had the electric guitar solo, which is also cool, added to it. It was very cool. I didn't find this heavy. I must be honest. I didn't find this heavy. So yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised. Let's say. Let's rock and roll. Let's get on to the next one. Yeah, see you just now. Peace.